Good morning, my friend. Allow me to illustrate a scene for you. You awaken, stretch slightly, perhaps massage that shoulder that consistently feels somewhat rigid in the morning. You proceed to the kitchen, open the cupboard, and retrieve something you have relied upon for years, a warm, comforting bowl of oatmeal. You stir it gently, perhaps adding a touch of milk or fruit, and take a seat, contemplating. This is an excellent commencement to my day. However, what if I informed you that the seemingly innocuous breakfast item you have consumed countless times may actually be detrimental to your health? It may sound implausible, but how could oatmeal, an item lauded by physicians, nutritionists, and health experts for decades, pose a risk? The reality is that oatmeal itself is not the issue. Rather, the ingredients with which it is combined can transform this nutritious comfort food into a substance that subtly elevates your blood sugar, spikes your insulin levels, induces joint inflammation, and potentially impairs your memory over time. Notably, after the age of 60, your body becomes increasingly susceptible to these effects. As one ages, the body does not recover as it once did. The heart, brain, and digestive system remain robust, but require additional attention. This begins with the first meal of the day. Surprisingly, millions of older adults in America commit the same 3 errors each morning by combining oatmeal with inappropriate foods, items that appear nutritious and are likely present in your kitchen. However, these combinations result in a gradual accumulation of detrimental effects over time. Have you been experiencing increased discomfort? Feeling fatigued recently despite adequate sleep? Is your blood pressure rising? Do you experience cognitive fog or mood fluctuations before lunchtime? If any of these resonate, it may not be a matter of aging, but rather your breakfast. Today, we will examine the physiological processes occurring in your body when you consume oatmeal. We will discuss 3 common foods that appear benign but, when paired with oats, can subtly strain your cardiovascular health, cognitive function, and energy levels. However, rest assured, my intention is not to alarm you, but to inform you. This video aims to empower you with the knowledge to transform your oatmeal into a nutritional powerhouse that benefits your heart, enhances cognitive function, and provides the sustained, tranquil energy essential for your day. So, take a seat, relax, and let us navigate this journey together, as your health, tranquility, and mornings are of utmost importance. First, let us discuss the common practice of pairing oatmeal with fruit juice, a habit many have maintained for years, perhaps even decades, without much consideration. You wake up and pour a glass, consuming fresh orange juice alongside a bowl of oatmeal while contemplating, I am nurturing my body today. This scenario evokes a quintessential healthy breakfast, reminiscent of vintage television advertisements featuring cheerful melodies and sunlight streaming through the window. However, the reality that many overlook is that this glass of orange juice may be more detrimental than beneficial, particularly for individuals over 60. To clarify, oranges are indeed a splendid fruit, abundant in vitamin C, potassium, and a modest amount of calcium. The issue lies not with the orange itself, but rather with the juice lacks essential components found in a whole orange. Consuming an entire orange provides not only juice, but also fiber, which moderates the body's sugar response. This fiber functions as a gentle brake, facilitating gradual absorption of the fruit's natural sugars and ensuring a steady energy release. Conversely, when fiber is eliminated, as in orange juice, only the sugar remains in liquid form, leading to rapid absorption. This influx of sugar enters the bloodstream swiftly, resulting in a significant spike in blood sugar levels. Consider the combination of a sugar rush with a bowl of oatmeal, which is inherently a carbohydrate-dense food. Although oatmeal is a complex carbohydrate that digests more slowly than white bread or sugary cereals, the addition of fruit juice effectively compounds the sugar content. For individuals in their 20s, this may not pose significant problems. However, for those in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, such a sugar surge can result in serious complications. One may experience fatigue mid-morning despite adequate nutrition, a decline in mood, or cognitive fog over time. Your cells exhibit diminished responsiveness to insulin, a critical indicator of type 2 diabetes. If you already suffer from hypertension or prediabetes, this combination may be exacerbating your condition without your awareness. Furthermore, it is noteworthy that an 8-ounce glass of orange juice can contain approximately 22 to 26 grams of sugar, equivalent to about 5 to 6 teaspoons of pure sugar, which is nearly comparable to a can of soda. Consider this. Would you willingly add 6 teaspoons of sugar to your oatmeal? Likely not. Consuming juice with breakfast introduces liquid sugar into your system, which fails to induce satiety and causes your body to struggle with homeostasis. This results in energy fluctuations, increased cravings later in the day, and prolonged detrimental effects on your heart, pancreas, and cognitive function. Fortunately, you need not sacrifice flavor or the invigorating morning experience. Simply implement minor adjustments by replacing juice with water, herbal tea, or a modest cup of coffee. Unsweetened black coffee promotes hydration and digestion without inundating your body with sugar. If you desire something fruity, opt for whole fruits, particularly berries or thin apple slices, as they provide sweetness, nutrients, and essential fiber to maintain stable blood sugar levels. Remember, it is not about relinquishing everything you cherish. Rather, it is about comprehending how food functions within your body at this juncture in your life. Your body remains robust, discerning, and deserving of protection, and the choices you make each day are significant. The morning establishes the mood for your entire day and future. Therefore, the next time you consider reaching for a glass of orange juice, pause to reflect. Is this contributing to the feelings I desire today? You merit sustained energy, mental clarity, and a robust heart, all of which commence with breakfast. Additionally, have you ever incorporated a spoonful of vanilla yogurt into your oatmeal for enhanced creaminess, or added a splash of sweet almond milk for flavor? It is comforting, even nourishing, and, frankly, it is palatable. That soft, creamy texture combined with warm oats can resemble a hug in a bowl. However, the reality is that while it may seem like a healthy choice, the internal effects on your body could be quite different. Many flavored yogurts, including those labeled as low-fat or featuring fruit on the bottom, are laden with concealed sugars. A single small cup can contain 12 to 20 grams of added sugar, equivalent to approximately 3 to 5 teaspoons, which is comparable to the sugar content in a small candy bar. Oatmeal inherently contains carbohydrates that elevate blood sugar levels, which is not inherently detrimental. Complex carbohydrates such as oats provide a gradual energy release. However, incorporating flavored yogurt or sweetened milk compounds the sugar content, prompting an adverse physiological response. Upon sugar consumption, the body secretes insulin, a hormone facilitating the transport of sugar from the bloodstream into cells. Nevertheless, as we age, cellular resistance to insulin increases, do not respond as effectively as they once did, necessitating increased insulin production to achieve the desired outcome. This persistent overexertion can lead to chronic inflammation, a sustained stress response in the body that heightens the risk of cardiovascular disease, joint discomfort, and cognitive impairments. Additionally, it may result in fatigue, a pervasive lethargy that typically occurs mid-morning, abdominal weight gain, particularly visceral fat associated with cardiovascular and metabolic complications, as well as cognitive fog and mood fluctuations triggered by abrupt insulin spikes. Fluctuations in blood sugar levels, coupled with the insidious nature of inflammation, often manifest subtly. You may experience increased joint discomfort, diminished restfulness upon waking, and a decline in cognitive recall. These symptoms accumulate over time. You might ponder, are almond milk or oat milk not considered healthier alternatives? They can be. However, it is crucial to note that many commercially available plant-based milks are often flavored or sweetened, even if their taste does not overtly suggest sweetness. Some contain added sugars, gums, or artificial ingredients. Thickeners unnecessary for your body necessitate careful label scrutiny. A seemingly wholesome brand may contain 6 to 8 grams of sugar per cup. When multiplied by several sips, this accumulates rapidly, particularly when combined with the inherent carbohydrates in your oatmeal. What alternatives should you consider? Here are some straightforward, prudent substitutions that safeguard your energy and enhance your health. Opt for plain Greek yogurt, which is rich in protein, low in sugar, and promotes prolonged satiety. Additionally, the probiotics contribute to digestion and gut health, which may decline with age. Consider utilizing unsweetened almond, oat, or soy milk. as these alternatives provide a creamy texture without added sugars. They are also gentler on the digestive system, particularly for many older adults. Enhance flavor naturally by incorporating cinnamon, nutmeg, or a few slices of fruit such as bananas or berries, allowing you to achieve desired sweetness without subsequent energy crashes. Do not shy away from fats. Instead, select wisely. Incorporating healthy fats, such as a spoonful of unsweetened peanut butter or a sprinkle of chia seeds, can enhance the satisfaction of your oatmeal and help stabilize blood sugar levels. Here is something impactful to consider. Bear in mind that a label indicating healthy does not necessarily imply that the product is beneficial for you, particularly after the age of 60. Your body warrants nourishment that sustains rather than depletes your energy shortly thereafter. It is not a matter of achieving perfection, but rather of cultivating awareness. Recognizing that minor adjustments, such as substituting flavored yogurt with plain Greek yogurt, can lead to enhanced energy, improved digestion, and a more favorable mood throughout the day. Therefore, tomorrow morning, before you reach for that vanilla yogurt or sweetened milk, take a moment to reflect. Contemplate your heart, brain, and joints at the label, and inquire, what does my body truly require today? You are not merely consuming breakfast. You are investing in your future. Incorporating processed breakfast meats into your oatmeal evokes nostalgia, as few aromas resonate as profoundly as that of bacon in the morning. For many, it rekindles fond memories of Sunday breakfasts, family gatherings, or leisurely weekend mornings when time seemed to pass more slowly. There exists comfort and tradition in this experience, accompanied by a couple of crispy slices. Slices of bacon or sausage alongside a warm bowl of oatmeal may seem like an ideal breakfast, but this traditional combination could be conveying a perplexing message to your body and imposing greater stress on your heart than you might perceive. The reality is that bacon and sausage are processed meats, replete with substances that become increasingly challenging for your body to manage as you age, such as sodium nitrates, saturated fats, and chemical preservatives. To elucidate, when you consume oatmeal, your body metabolizes the complex carbohydrates, providing a gradual release of energy. The consistent release of energy aids in stabilizing blood sugar levels and promotes satiety. However, the addition of bacon strips or sausage links alters this dynamic. Your body must now process not only oats, but also a significant amount of sodium, additives, and saturated fats. These meats undergo preservation methods such as curing, salting, and smoking, which extend their shelf life, but also introduce compounds that may elevate inflammation, increase blood pressure, and gradually harm the endothelial lining of blood vessels. The sodium content in bacon and sausage is substantial. Merely 2 strips of bacon can contain over 400 milligrams of sodium, constituting nearly 20% of the recommended daily intake prior to completing breakfast. Nitrates and nitrites, the chemicals employed to maintain color and flavor in processed meats, have been associated in numerous studies with an elevated risk of heart disease, certain cancers, and even cognitive decline. Saturated fat, particularly in sausage, can elevate your LDL cholesterol levels, the type your physician cautions against. When these are combined with oatmeal, one might assume you are balancing nutrients. Fiber from oats and protein from meat may seem beneficial. However, carbohydrates elevate blood sugar levels while processed meats exert additional pressure on arteries and the heart. Consequently, medical professionals and heart associations advise individuals over 60 to limit or entirely avoid processed meats, particularly in the morning when the body is awakening, hydrating, and preparing for the day. Although immediate effects may not be apparent, this type of breakfast can contribute to swelling over time. Fluid retention in the legs and feet, elevated morning blood pressure, increased joint stiffness, diminished energy levels throughout the day, and difficulty sleeping at night are common issues. However, the positive aspect is that you need not compromise on flavor, protein, or satisfaction. There are gentler, heart-smart alternatives that can render your oatmeal a wholly nourishing meal. Boiled or poached eggs are rich in high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential vitamins such as B12 and choline. They are easily digestible and will not cause a spike in blood sugar levels. Your blood pressure may benefit from incorporating 1 or 2 spoonfuls of natural, unsweetened peanut butter, free from hydrogenated oils, into your oatmeal. This addition imparts a creamy richness and prolongs satiety. Chopped nuts, such as walnuts, almonds, or pecans, contribute crunch, healthy fats, and nutrients that promote brain health and joint function, while also decelerating carbohydrate digestion to stabilize blood sugar levels. Additionally, consider adding a few thin slices of avocado, which may seem unconventional, to enhance the dish. Incorporating side dishes, or even blending them into savory oatmeal can provide heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and potassium. The essential consideration is the synergy of your food choices. When your breakfast nourishes your heart, brain, and energy simultaneously, you experience enhanced movement, clearer thinking, and greater balance throughout the day. Therefore, the next time you contemplate adding a strip of bacon to your plate, reflect on the question, is this food nourishing my heart or compromising it? You have diligently pursued your health and peace of mind. Do not allow concealed detriments to undermine your efforts. Risks infiltrate through habits that seem familiar yet no longer benefit you, as your morning routine should provide strength rather than stress. Having discussed what to avoid pairing with oatmeal, let us now concentrate on more positive aspects. What to incorporate into your oatmeal for optimal nourishment after the age of 60. The reality is that oatmeal can still serve as an excellent base for a nutritious breakfast. It merely requires a few deliberate selections. When oatmeal is combined with appropriate ingredients, it transcends a mere breakfast to become a significant act of self-care, enhancing memory, cardiovascular health, joint function, and sustained energy throughout the day. Let us begin with one of nature's most delightful offerings, berries. These natural enhancers for heart and cognitive health, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries, may be diminutive, yet their size belies their potency. These small fruits are abundant in some of the most effective healing nutrients available, particularly antioxidants. Anthocyanin is the compound responsible for the deep blue, red, and purple hues of these fruits. The functions of anthocyanins within the human body are extraordinary. They safeguard brain cells from damage, promote cardiovascular health by mitigating inflammation and enhancing blood circulation, and combat free radicals, the unstable molecules that accelerate aging and contribute to chronic diseases. Numerous studies indicate that older adults who regularly consume berries exhibit a deceleration in cognitive decline and improved memory performance over time. Certain researchers posit that this may mitigate the risk of Alzheimer's and other dementias. Additionally, berries are inherently low in sugar and high in fiber, which decelerates digestion and stabilizes blood sugar levels, rendering them an ideal complement to oats. A mere half cup of fresh or frozen berries suffices to effectuate a positive change. They can be sprinkled atop oatmeal or incorporated for enhanced flavor and cognitive benefits. Furthermore, chia seeds and walnuts exemplify the potency of healthy fats. Avoiding fat is outdated. Contemporary understanding acknowledges that the body requires fat, particularly from sources like chia seeds and walnuts. Focusing on chia seeds, a single tablespoon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, vital for cognitive and cardiovascular health, fiber for digestive support, and protein to enhance satiety. When incorporated into warm oatmeal, chia seeds absorb liquid, forming a soothing gel-like consistency that promotes regular bowel movements, a concern for many individuals. As our digestive systems decelerate with age, we turn to walnuts, frequently referred to as brain food for valid reasons. These heart-shaped nuts are replete with plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and antioxidants that mitigate inflammation, enhance mood, and safeguard memory. A modest portion of approximately 1 ounce of chopped walnuts atop your oatmeal can yield sustained energy, diminish blood sugar fluctuations, and offer protection against joint rigidity and cognitive fatigue. In the absence of walnuts, almonds, pecans, or a tablespoon of unsweetened peanut butter can serve as alternatives. Similar advantages exist, however, ensure the absence of added sugars or hydrogenated oils. Cinnamon, a therapeutic spice for blood sugar regulation and cognitive function, possesses remarkable qualities. It transcends mere seasonal flavor, serving as a discreet ally in the health regimens of older adults. Cinnamon contains cinnamaldehyde, a phytochemical endowed with potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant attributes, safeguarding cellular integrity against stress and damage, particularly beneficial in the aging process. Its true efficacy lies in its capacity. Numerous studies indicate that cinnamon can enhance insulin sensitivity, thereby aiding cellular sugar processing and maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. This effect mitigates the mid-morning energy slump often experienced after breakfast. Remarkably, only a quarter to half a teaspoon mixed into your oatmeal can diminish sugar cravings, serve as a substitute for honey or brown sugar, and impart a naturally sweet, warming flavor to your oats. Consider complementing it with sliced apples or raisins. For a nostalgic, homemade flavor reminiscent of grandmother's kitchen, yet more sophisticated, provide your body with the gentle nourishment it deserves after decades of labor, familial challenges, and life transitions. Your body has supported you thus far and merits sustenance that reciprocates this care. With a few uncomplicated modifications to your oatmeal, berries for cognitive enhancement, chia seeds and walnuts for cardiovascular health, and cinnamon for glycemic control, you are not merely consuming breakfast. You are venerating the wisdom of age. At this juncture in life, intricate diets or miraculous solutions are unnecessary. Powders are unnecessary. What you require is genuine food, authentic balance, and purposeful intention. By the time we arrive at this juncture in life, we have acquired invaluable wisdom. It is not the grand occasions that influence our health, but rather the subtle moments, the minor decisions, the daily habits, and the choices we make each morning before the day commences. That bowl of oatmeal, prepared countless times, contains more than mere grains and steam. It embodies an opportunity to attune to your body, to honor the years it has sustained you, and to provide it with nourishment that heals rather than harms. Oatmeal is not an adversary. It never has been. However, as with many aspects of life, the manner in which we engage with it and the context in which we consume it matter significantly. A nutritious breakfast transcends merely evading sugar or salt. It embodies a commitment to oneself, characterized by mindfulness, compassion, and purpose. After dedicating a lifetime to nurturing others, raising families, advancing careers, and supporting loved ones, it is now imperative to redirect that same nurturing inward, to fortify your heart, memory, and resilience with each bite, every morning. You deserve more than a mere meal. You merit clarity, tranquility, and the profound experience of well-being, commencing with something as fundamental as breakfast. Therefore, tomorrow, as you prepare your oats, take a moment to breathe and acknowledge that this moment belongs to you. If this message resonates with you, prompting reflection or a shift in your perspective on how you begin your day, I am genuinely pleased you are here. This channel transcends mere sustenance. It embodies wisdom, prioritizing care over convenience, mindfulness over complacency, and reverence for the remarkable body you inhabit. For additional straightforward, science-based strategies to safeguard your cardiovascular health, enhance cognitive function, and age with resilience and elegance, please subscribe. If you appreciated today's content, kindly like or share it with someone important to you. We are united in this journey, one mindful morning at a time. Prioritize your well-being. You are significant and deserving. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.